Like where else would you put it, right? Anyway, so this floor is done, is that right? This goes up to here, that's right. Oh no, that is closed. Okay. Second floor done, there's 4 floors, right? Right, we go to there. Yeah, no, why do you have to put it on the thin edge? And why can't you? I mean, I guess the simple answer is that they haven't figured out how to have the placement bounding box be different from the collision bounding box. But you can just like program that in. Just just program. I mean, I understand it takes a bit of work, right? I'm saying it's doable. Maybe it's a little complicated, but it is doable. Oh, it's nighttime. Um, Before I continue, let's get more granite real quick. Alright, replenish the granite a little bit. Oh, I should sleep again. Sleeping because it accelerates the villager trades. During the course of the day, the villagers will activate their job blocks twice. I think it's like one in the morning and one in the evening. So once in the morning, once in the evening. And the first time they interact with the job block, they replenish their stock. But because you burned the entire stock last time, the prices will be increased. And then the second time they interact with the job block, they reset the price. So if you wanna trade without pushing up the prices, you basically trade once a day, the same time every day. Which like every day-night cycle they activate it twice, which then resets their price basically. Resets their stock and then resets their price. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Oh, that's new too. You can now crouch into 1.5 block spaces. I'm not sure why they did that, but they added that in the patch. Not sure how that's useful. I guess you can do that to make like a shelter against full-size creepers, skeletons, zombies. You can like crouch into a 1.5 block opening and get away from creepers mostly. There are still baby zombies, which I don't know why anybody thought baby zombies were a good idea. I'm not gonna name any names. How did that still break the stone above? In video games, in a game like Minecraft where you like it's like a multi-decade old game, eventually it will be. And just keep adding more stuff. It's really not a good idea to break established conventions. I should probably explain myself a bit more. You have emergent gameplay, like mob traps. Like your updates should ideally not break people's mob traps or other emergent gameplay things. It's kind of hard to do. But when you, like, if you add a new mechanic that breaks old machines, you're basically rolling back the player's gameplay, right? Like, oh, I spent 10 hours building this elaborate machine, and then they update the game, and then the machine doesn't work anymore. And so you basically just rolled back that player's 10 hours of gameplay. And that's awful. It's an awful gaming experience, right? It's like, why'd you do that? Like, why do I spend time playing your game if you're just gonna invalidate the time I spent, right? So it's not good game management, not good game direction to do stuff like that. Although, a lot of games do that, like especially like competitive games, like oh we added a new character, oh the character's too overpowered, we nerfed the character. It's like wait a minute. I just spent all this time learning how to play the character and you nerf it? And now it doesn't play the same way anymore, I have to relearn it again. So stuff like that, it feels bad, right? It pisses people off. So you shouldn't do it. Which is a long and elaborate way to say baby zombies were a mistake. Baby zombies were a mistake, Endermen were a mistake. In a way, phantoms are also a mistake, because they're a flying mob that invalidates your existing defenses. I mean, on the other hand, you might say, well, I mean, more game mechanics make the game more interesting. Yeah, I mean, I get it. And like, just because you have zombies doesn't mean that every other monster can't do things that the zombies can't do. Otherwise, you are restricted in your game design possibilities. Saying you don't want to invalidate the player's gameplay. The baby zombie really doesn't do anything except invalidate the player's gameplay. So that one's especially egregious. I want to do this first. Oh, I just realized I need a granite block. One thing at a time. A lot of the new mobs actually have been quite good about adding features, but not breaking anything existing. The sniffer, what does the sniffer do again? The sniffer like digs stuff out of the ground? Well, I haven't actually picked up any of these new mobs, right? The alley, ally. How do you pronounce the thing that when you play a sound they pick up stuff, or is it they pick up stuff and then when you play a sound they drop the stuff? So stuff like that, like I mean it's yeah okay it's new mechanic, new bob. You can do new stuff with it, but it doesn't break anything old. Like it doesn't break any of your old stuff, right? So that's pretty cool. I think Mojang is getting better at understanding. You want to add to the game. You don't want to invalidate old stuff. Like, if you add a better way of doing something that people already do, right? You don't invalidate the stuff that people have already done because it still works. The old stuff still works, but the new stuff is better. So not only do you not invalidate the old content, you encourage people to actually like redo the content using the newer method. So you're encouraging more gameplay without breaking anything old. And that's I mean it feels good, right? From the player perspective, it feels good. It's like, oh, there's more stuff to do, yay. But all my old stuff still works, yay. So that's cool. What happens here? So what happens here? Granite? Around... Okay, I see what happens here. I'm gonna get granite and andesite. I probably need more glass panes too. Let's make another stack of panes. doesn't really matter. A stack of glass. Oops. How's that looking? That's that's huge. Look how big the staircase is. Staircases take up so much space. It's pretty wild. And when you get inside, it's not even like it's only 2 blocks wide too, right? It's not a huge staircase when you're inside it. But when you look at it from the outside, it's like a giant thing. The whole building is just a staircase. Staircases take up so much space. Okay, so here we're gonna do that. I guess we should also extend that. And then here we're gonna extend this. And gonna do that. It's so laggy. It's so laggy. I think it's the chickens. I should test this. Make a copy of the save. Go into creative and delete the chickens. See how that goes. But it's not just the chickens though, because over there's the gold farm. The gold farm also has a lot of zombie piglins. Alright, up here we have torch. Torch. How many torches do we really need? Torch. Torch. Let's just put one on every corner. I was thinking like we don't actually need that, but it looks better. Looks more consistent. Okay, so that's good. Just thinking, do we want this? Do we want like more sky bridges? Do we want like a bridge over there from here? We can, by the way, because there's a landing there. We can bridge across here. But is there a point? Like, what's the point of bridging across here? Just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should. You can bridge across there and then like over on this side. Can bridge over to the tree farm. But why? Like, but why would you do that? Alright, let me think about that. For now, though, the staircase for the wool farm is complete. And also the mushroom farm because it joins up a little bit. The reflecting pool, there's this much space left for the reflecting pool, if we still want one. Alright, one thing at a time. How much time do I have left? Like, half an hour? Let's make some more roads. Hey Hava, I would say I read somewhere that a lot of lag is due to mob pathing, so they reduce lag in large mob areas. Mob pathing. So the fact that they can't get you where they want to go and they keep trying to find ways to get there is the lag. Interesting. How does so they don't have to use CPU cycles to try to move around each other? Yeah, so they kind of like repath. That is very interesting. Unfortunately, we have things like the chickens. I mean, obviously they're all stuck together and they can't go anywhere. But because it's part of the machine, I can't make that any. I mean, I can make it bigger, but then I'll have to make the machine bigger. And also over at the piglin farm, they also get crushed together there too. And again, we can't let them go anyway because they're supposed to be crushed. Yeah, no, I mean, very interesting, but also not useful because of like there's also all those piglins there. That's a grinder, right? And it takes a while for them to die. Or I'll think about it, Hava.